Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my honorable lecturer. In this lovely occasion, I would like to present my reading report 1 for topic 2 and topic 3. It is talking about an overview and the history of applied linguistics and the first language acquisition. Now, let us discuss our first topic today. It is talking about an overview and the history of applied linguistics. The first discussion from this topic is talking about definition of applied linguistics itself. Applied linguistics is used when it's related to a language, how the language is used, how the language is learned, and to achieve some purpose or solving some problem which has relation with language. The second discussion from this topic is talking about the difference between linguistic and applied linguistic. Well, when we talk about linguistic is a scientific study about language. Meanwhile, when we talk about applied linguistic, it's used when it's related to a language, how the language is learned, how the language is used, and to achieve some purpose or solving some problem which has relation with language. So we can also say that the applied linguistic is the field of linguistics that identifies, investigate, and offer a solution for the problem in language. The third discussion is talking about the development of applied linguistics before and after 20th century. Major attempts at linguistic description began to occur in the second half of 18th century. Samuel Johnson published his Dictionary of the English Language in 1955, and soon the dictionary became the unquestioned authority on the meaning of English words. In 1762, Robert Laud published an influential grammar book which is short description and pedagogy occurred in the 20th century. At the beginning of the 20th century, second language were usually taught by the German translation method, which had been in use since the 18th century. Well, now let's come to the topic 3. It is talking about first language acquisition. The first discussion from this topic is talking about what is first language acquisition. First language acquisition is referring to the way of children learn their native language. For children learning their native language, linguistic competence develops in stage from babbling to one to two words and then become a complete sentence when they were adult. The second discussion is talking about facts and problem with first language acquisition. Children learn a language because of the need to communicate and socialize with other people. The babies will start their learning from babbling and make noise for 3 months. The next stage of the learning is when the children can produce one word or the first words, and this begin in the early 9 months of age. When the children have about 50 words or more in the spoken of vocabulary, they will begin combining the words from one word into 2 words and then more than 2 words. And most of children in the age of 4 experience a rapid expansion in the size of vocabulary and sentence. And after that, the children not only need to learn about language, but also need to learn how to pronounce the words clearly and correctly, so the others can understand what they say. The third discussion is talking about role of adults and input to children first language acquisition. As we know, the children do not always respond with complete or nor complete linguistic unit or words. The adult adjust or fine-tune their speech based on the children's response. And the role of adults here is to adjust or add the missing item or the missing part for the child's speech so they can speak clearly and fluently. And the last is impact of language socialization on first language acquisition. Language socialization is the process of children, adolescents, or new members of communities learn to speak their language in way to appreciate to the community and to speak with others people. Basically, language socialization is about making children or newcomers in a community aware the norms, values, and beliefs in that community. Language socialization offers analysis perspective to explore the connection between language development and social development too. And then this helps us to understand the interpersonal and cultural dimension of language acquisition and the children's role in the language development. And the conclusion is language socialization is inseparable from the study of language acquisition. I think that's all my explanation today. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.